Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We are here in Lagos right now in the south of Portugal, and today is really exciting because I'm going for a club fitting. I'm pretty happy with my current gear, but there's just a few doubts that I wanted to work out. There's a great location here. It's called Elite Golf Academies, and they do club fitting with all sorts of brands, and I just want to have a look at whether I'm playing the right gear, more so actually look at the shafts that I'm playing, if they're right for me. So yeah, exciting, happy you're back. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get out there.
All right, so how tall are you first of all?
6'4", like 194.
You're kind of on the borderline between half an inch on and 1 inch on.
Right.
Probably start with 1 inch. We'll also try half an inch, and then strike pattern on the face and what we see with the ball flight. That's what's going to decide which one we end up going for, as well as what you feel more comfortable with.
Yep.
8.5. Between 2 and 3 degrees upright. What's your normal kind of flight? Are you fairly straight? Are you?
I would say like normal, like would be a fade.
Okay.
And then as I move to like my longer irons, I'll have a bit of like an extreme fade, sometimes even a bit of a slice, let's say.
And have you noticed if it's got worse since you went to standard specs? Because lie angle affects club face angle.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Right now, yeah.
So, first thing we'll do is I'll just give you your 7-iron.
Yep.
We'll head just straight down here.
Yep.
Get you to hit a few warm-up shots. So, first impressions with that club, we can see just with the divot pattern, see how the toe enters the turf first.
Yep.
So you're delivering the club this way.
Right.
So I'll be surprised if we end up at those specs.
Right.
And it tells you how the shaft is bending, where the shaft is bending,
right,
how much, what your tempo's like, all that stuff. And then from that, it gives me recommendations for what it thinks is going to work best.
Right.
So the club head that I've got on here just now is the Mizuno Hot Metal Pro. Okay, so 3 shots is all we need with this one.
Yep.
So you can see there's top recommendations, one from Dynamic Gold, one from KBS, CK for Light, and one from Project X. Okay. The fact that the shaft that you've got currently is on this list is good.
Right.
11th best is not ideal.
Yeah.
I'm going to build up some clubs with these kind of shafts in it.
Yep.
And we're basically going to take some numbers with your 7-iron.
Yep.
Have a look at all the distance, spin numbers, how good the dispersion is. If your shaft at the moment is too soft in the tip, that's one reason why we could see a big dispersion.
Hot Metal Pro 923 Project X IO. Okay.
So this
110 grams.
Yeah. So this shaft here, compared to what you have, slightly stiffer in the tip section.
Yeah.
It gradually gets higher flighted as you go through the bag. It's half an inch longer as well.
Half an inch longer, but it's standard still. Like lie angles.
We've got both down here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you right now what all the specs are. I'm just going to let you hit shots.
That's fine.
The question for today, it's not going to be whether we can find something that goes further, because that's easy compared to what we've got. If we can get distance as a bonus, then great. But what we're really looking to do is bring the circle in.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, that's good for that one. Apex, standard Apex.
Yep.
With an Elevate 115.
Okay.
Just going to swap you for a second. 10 grams lighter. You're not shifting this the same way that you
with the 110.
Right.
Yeah.
The current one, the 120, is a 120 gram shaft, but it's got that soft point in the middle, so it plays very different.
Yeah.
Like this plays stiffer than your 120.
The Project X one.
So the 110 plays a little bit stiffer than what you've got at the moment. One more with this one, but it's pretty safe to say this isn't the one. Even the one that you really hit is not as good as the others.
Right.
Another Hot Metal Pro.
Yep.
Different shaft. Me personally, I think this feels a little stiffer, a little heavier than that.
Okay.
It's not heavier. I don't know if it's just the flex, but to me, it feels a little bit heavier than this one.
Right.
Strike. The two Mizunos are out in front right now for sure.
Right.
They're actually two different lie angles. Now, next up, this is the I230.
Yep.
So it's 5 grams lighter as well.
Yeah, 105 grams Project X IO. Like, how are the spin numbers so far? Like,
the spin number, yeah, you're very similar across the board, to be honest.
Yep.
Every one of them is between 6,200 and 6,800, so we're right in that.
Really good ballpark.
Right. The one that you really catch with that one, the numbers are great.
They're perfect, yeah.
Want to take a couple of readings off the face as well.
Yeah. Not necessarily something I prefer to look at much, like they do seem a bit chunky and like a bit bigger. I can see the back sometimes, like just a tiny bit, right? But other than that, it's still a pretty small club head.
It's a fairly compact head.
Yeah.
No, that's the loft. Right, so 28.5, everything nowadays is strong.
Yeah, because mine are standard, like we're 34, my 7-iron.
Is it 34?
Yeah. And this is 28.5, so it's a really, well, I wonder what the distance was on my 7-iron than before.
Once we've gone through this, we're going to go up and we'll put it on the TV and we'll go through all the results.
Right. Drop off on that one.
That was 3 meters shorter than the one before.
Oh really? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
It's crazy though, because they're 28.5, but they still go plenty high.
Yeah. It's a great
spin, like you said, spin retains. A bit like middle towards the toe, I think.
Yeah. If you've done a few fittings, you've probably had off like a lie board.
Yeah, and then a piece underneath. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of doing that because it measures lie angle of the club when it hits the ground rather than when it hits the ball. If I place this ball, I've drawn a line on it straight down.
Yep.
If you deliver the club toe down or toe up, we're going to see that angle on the face.
And you see the line
tilted either way. This one that you're using right now is 2 up.
It's already 2 up. Okay. Right down the middle.
Show the camera that one.
So I think we got
we're not going to do much better than that, I don't think. Yeah. I want to do one test before we go up and look at all the stuff.
Yep.
And that is to check what you deliver your club with. Right. It really depends on the person.
Yep.
Decent golfers tend to kind of work around whatever specs are given.
Yeah. Those
manipulations you're being forced to make.
Yeah.
That is why we would benefit from having something that you don't have to do that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Move the other way, tiny bit.
Yeah. If the ball's got a straight line on the floor, to get the club to deliver the line like that, you had to get the club like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So your toes entering the turf before the heel. Kind of what we expected based on the results with the
for sure.
We're going to go up to the shop. I'll put it up on the TV. A couple in there that we know definitely don't work.
Yep.
This massive yellow circle for sure. We don't want to know about that. Apex with the heavier shaft there. So it's
more consistent. Yeah.
It's a bit more consistent than the lighter one, but it's actually worse performance-wise than what you currently have.
Yeah.
So we don't want that.
Yeah.
The thing is this light green circle here.
Yeah.
Again, there's not really any benefit to that. So this is your circle here, and then we've got the 2 Mizunos. The 2 circles with the Mizunos look big, but we've got probably 3 times as many shots in there. So I would be astounded if we saw a smaller circle with something that you've hit 3 times as many shots with.
Yeah.
So this is an average of all the different numbers with all the clubs. What we're looking at is 139.6 with your current.
Yep.
Pretty much where you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
144, 143.6. So it's a meter further with the Project X than it is with this on average. In terms of total distance, 151, 148 we'll call that.
Yeah.
148 or 147 with yours.
147, yeah.
It's coming out pretty similar to your current, but with a little bit more carry instead of bounce and roll.
Yep.
8 miles an hour ball speed, club head speed's 1 and a bit.
Smash factor goes up a lot though.
Yeah, between the two Mizunos it jumps up a little bit, doesn't it? The shots you hit with your current iron were also very good. So it's not, I would say it's not something that really needs attention.
Okay.
But if you wanted a change and you feel like you want a little bit of help, then it's something to look at.
Right.
For the club. So that's the KBS, this one here.
Yep.
In terms of a flight pattern. And then I'm going to grab your one to see if it's the same story. Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
So it's about 10 feet higher at the apex.
Yep.
On average, flight time a little bit longer just because it's higher, slightly more carry distance. Like I say, if you're asking me if there's a big difference between what you've got and what you could have, it's not that big.
Right.
So with your current 7 iron, we're going to see that happen on the way down. We're going to see it bend this way and this way.
Yeah.
The timing of that movement
depends on
it can, yeah, exactly. It can affect it. You might have a couple where it's a fraction later it goes right, a fraction earlier it goes left.
Yeah.
Where this one is just a little bit stiffer through the midsection. That's probably a better golf club for you.
Yeah.
Whether it's good enough or a big enough difference to justify buying golf clubs,
right.
that's really up to you. It's one of those ones where it's not a clear cut, yes, you should buy these because they're miles better.
Right.
I would say on all fronts they're a little bit better, but not game changing. Right. If you were going to buy something, that's the one I would get. So it's the Hot Metal Pro JPX 923 KBS Tour Light, so it's 110 grams, stiff flex.
So as you can see, I got fitted into the C-taper KBS shaft, 110 grams in the stiff. Felt really good all the way throughout the shaft. I really enjoyed that. In terms of club heads, we looked at being I230, Callaway Apex, and the Mizuno JPX 923 Hot Metal Pro, as well as the forged. You didn't see that, but I played a bit with the forged afterwards as well. Forged felt really good to me. Hot Metal Pros to me seem a bit more like higher handicap sort of clubs, but they were easy to swing. They were very easy to hit. The ball flight was really nice. What I didn't understand so well is the fact that they were 28.5 degrees, the 7 iron, and my 7 iron right now is 34, but the difference in distance was only 5 meters or something, so it's really not that much. So I thought that was a bit odd. My own clubs in the end are not that bad for me. The shaft profile can be improved, probably be a bit more consistent if I get into the C-taper, but other than that, like, there's not a huge amount of difference. So the fact, like, the question is like, should I be purchasing a new set now, or is it really worth it? Is it really going to help me that much? I think the answer to that is probably not as much as I was expecting. He also mentioned that it's probably more important for me to go up in length first and also get the 2 degrees upright. So that's kind of like what I've always been fit into, half an inch longer in shaft and 2 degrees upright, which just seems to help me a bit with like strike pattern. So interesting fit. I enjoyed it. If you're ever in the area, go and check these guys out, like Elite Golf Academy here in the south of Portugal, in Lagos. We've got a lot of pros here, so they do teaching as well, but also great for fitting. They've got a lot of different brands, which I like. I don't like to do like fitting with just one brand, so definitely come and check these guys out. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.